Hey guys, my name's Isaac, and in this tutorial I'm going to be taking you through how you can easily set up a clean and professional website in a little over 1 hour. I've previously created courses and tutorials that have helped thousands of people to be able to create their very own website. And while these more in-depth courses and tutorials are great for some people, I know that there are many of you out there who just want to get a professional website up and running quickly and easily. So if you're looking to create your own website, save a lot of time and money, and still end up with a clean and professional website that you can be proud of, then this tutorial is for you. Okay, so let me show you what we're going to be doing. So thanks to recent WordPress updates and the introduction of live page builders, it has now become easier than ever to create professional websites in a fraction of the time. And I've set out to make the process even easier. Instead of having to build your website from the ground up, I've done the hard work for you and created entire templates that you're going to be able to implement for every page of your website in just a few clicks, so that you'll be able to get your website up and running easily and effortlessly. Not only that, but I'm going to walk you through how you can completely customize these templates to your own style and design so that you can create a truly unique and professional website. I'll also be showing you how you can easily implement some of the free templates provided by the Elementor page builder, giving you truly endless possibilities. And finally, I'll be providing you with free resources that you can use to further improve your website and learning. All of this in a little over 1 hour. I've made this tutorial to be as easy to follow as possible, and will be providing you with everything you need to make an incredible website. All you have to do is make it your own. If you like what you're hearing, then please be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, and let's get started. Okay, so today we're going to be building your website in just 4 easy steps. In the first step, we're going to be purchasing your domain name and hosting, and I'm going to step you guys through the entire process and even provide you with a massive discount on your hosting. In the second step, we'll be installing WordPress with an easy quick install feature. In the third step, we'll be installing a free theme and our page builder, Elementor. And finally, the fourth step, which is the fun part, which is when we'll be creating our incredible website. Okay, let's get started. Alright guys, so the first thing we're going to need to do is go through and purchase our domain name and hosting. So we're going to be going through a company called HostGator for this. So if you just want to type in simply up in the top here, HostGator, and you'll be brought to their website. Now you may be wondering, well, why HostGator? Well, for many different reasons I choose to go with HostGator. I've tried a lot of different hosting services over the years, but I've found that HostGator is honestly the best in terms of service and quality and just what you get for price. And probably the biggest one of all is the fact that it has 24/7, 365 days live support. That's why I recommend them to you guys, and that's who we'll be using in this tutorial. Okay, so once you're ready, just simply hit get started. Now all we're going to need to go with is our hatchling plan, because we're just going to need it for a single domain. So we're just going to go with our hatchling plan, and we're going to hit buy now. Okay, so then you're going to be brought to this area here, and this is where you're going to type in your domain name that you're going to go with. So hopefully you might have already thought of your domain name. If not, have a little bit of a think and a bit of a try, and until you get one that actually works, because a lot of the time domains are actually taken. So once you've decided on your domain name, you're going to put it in. I'm going to go with 1 hour website tutorial. Great. Alright, so then you're going to see it's going to come up with all these different options. Don't worry about any of those. You don't need to buy all these extra versions of your website. Just go with .com, okay? So then we're going to scroll down and you're going to see this area called, that says Domain Privacy Protection. Basically, if I untick it, I'll show you. Basically, what that does is if it's protected, this is how it'll look on the Whois domain, which is where people can look up who owns a website. And if without privacy, they're going to be able to see your details, your email address and phone number. So it's really up to you what you'd like to go with, what you feel comfortable doing. Just knowing that if you do add it on, it adds a bit of an extra cost on. So it's up to you whether you want to have it on or off, remembering that you can put it on anytime later on. Okay, and then you're going to come down to this section here, which is where we choose our hosting plan. So it's already going to have 36 months selected. But what I recommend for you guys is that you either choose to pay 6 months or 12 months up front. I like to usually do 12 months up front, but it's up to you guys, okay? So we select that one, and then we just make up a username. So I'm going to go with my name, Isaac, security pin, just a random number. And then I'm going to go through and fill out all my details. And then if we scroll down here, you'll have this section here called additional services. So you're going to have the SSL certificate already checked and you can't actually uncheck it. And it's something you actually want anyway. But these two here, I just want you to uncheck those because they're not needed and they also add an extra cost. Then we come down to our payment section here. So you're going to see that there's already a coupon entered. But like I said to you guys at the beginning, I've actually got a coupon code for you guys that is going to give you an even greater saving than HostGator actually gives you. So if you just simply type in Isaac discount, just as it's spelt there, all uppercase, and then just simply hit validate, you'll see that it brings the price down for you and also even gives you the domain for just $5. So that's a great saving there. So if we go up, I'll just show you. It's actually giving you right now a 40% discount, and if you were to choose even higher, it actually gives you an even greater discount of 50% for 24 and 60% if you choose a 36-month plan. So simply just choose whichever one suits you best. So now by using this coupon, not only does it give you guys a greater saving, but it also gives me a small commission, which helps me to be able to keep creating free tutorials like this one and just to be able to help you guys out. So it's really a win-win. So thank you very much for using that coupon. Okay, so scrolling down, and then all we have to do is simply tick this one here and then hit checkout now. And there you have it, guys. Awesome, well done. So there's our domain and hosting all purchased, all done and ready to go. So now it's time to move on to installing WordPress. Okay guys, the next thing we need to do is go through and install WordPress. And luckily, HostGator makes it extremely easy to do. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go on to this section here called hosting. We're going to click that. And then we're going to scroll down until we see this item here called Launch Quick Install. Okay, so then you're going to click on WordPress, and then you just simply select your domain. It will be automatically there, making sure that you don't type anything in here so that it doesn't install it onto a directory of your website. So just make sure that you just only select this area, and then just simply hit next. And then we can put in our blog title. So you can change this blog title anytime. So put in whatever you'd like. And then your admin username. So an admin username is the username that you'll be using to log into the actual account. So I'm just going to put in our website in there, and then an email that I'm going to use. So I'm going to go with, and then you want to hit agree to the terms of service agreement, and then simply just hit install. Awesome. Okay, so that's WordPress installed. Now what we're going to do is we're going to actually log in to WordPress. So what I want you to do is simply copy this one here, because that's your website that you installed it to, and you're going to paste that into your browser. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to simply right click and open a new tab, and you'll see here that your website has a coming soon. So if you're wondering what this is here, it's just a coming soon that's automatically put up until you activate your website or launch it. So how we're going to log in and how you're going to log in to your website from now on is you put on the end of your website /WP admin. Okay, just simply do that, just as I've got it there, and hit enter. Okay, so there we go. This is where we actually log into WordPress. So we're simply just going to go back and we're going to copy the username that we had, or type it in, whatever is easier for you. Put it in, and then you're going to have a password here, which is, don't worry, I'll show you guys how we can fix that, how we can create our own, make that much easier to remember. But for now, just copy it and paste it in, okay? And then hit login. Okay, so there we go. You've installed WordPress. Now we're inside. So the first thing I like to do whenever I first install WordPress is we're going to go through and just do a bit of a cleanup of WordPress. So when you first install it, HostGator will give you just a few plugins and things that are really not necessary and end up slowing down your site a little bit. So we're going to go through and clean those up. But the first thing that I think we should do is clean up this dashboard a little bit. So just simply go through and we can hit exit on these, dismiss this, we'll get rid of this as well. Just closing up all these, we don't need them all in our face, I don't think anyway. So you can clean that up a lot better now. Now you see here, your site is currently displaying coming soon page. Once you're ready to launch, just click here. So for now we'll leave it as just, but you're welcome, you can hit launch your site. But if you'd like to wait around with a coming soon page until you've actually got it built, then it's best off to leave it, okay? What we're going to do next is I'm going to go up here, and if we go to edit my profile, okay, so if you look here, we can actually change the color scheme of our website. So you go through and pick what you like. The blue's not bad, but I'm just going to go with the default just for now. And then scrolling down, you'll see that you can actually create a nickname. So this is your display name. So just say you're going to be writing some blog posts and you want to have your real name. You can simply put in your real name there instead of using your business name, and you can select it here. And now what will happen is that when you write blog posts, they'll come up displaying as your real name there instead of perhaps your business name. This is where you can change your email to whatever you'd like it to be. You can add in a profile picture, and then let's go through and change that really difficult password. So you just simply hit generate password, and then you're just going to type in a password and then update profile, okay? So now that's the new, whatever you've put there is now what you can use to actually log in to WordPress from now on, which is really good. Okay, so the other thing I said we're going to do is we're just going to clean up some of these plugins. So you'll see here that we've got all of these ones we just don't need. So I want you to tick all of these because we're going to uninstall them. We don't need Jetpack. Don't worry about this Hello Dolly thing. Google Analytics by Monster Insights. But leave Akismet because it's a very good one for anti-spam. But other than that, we're just going to go through and hit deactivate, apply. Okay, so they're all deactivated. Now you just go through and tick them again and hit delete. Okay, so making sure we're just going to leave Akismet, but all the rest I want you to delete them. So we're just going to hit OK. Okay, so once we've deleted all those, we can just simply head back to our dashboard. Okay, so another important thing we need to do is actually go through and change how something called our permalinks. So don't worry about what that even means, but if we go to permalinks here, so settings, permalinks, basically what this is going to do is change the way that our page displays on the internet. So at the moment, it's set to look like this, which is just does not look professional at all, and it's also not good for SEO. What we want to change it to is simply post name. So from now on, it'll have our website.com/ your post name instead of what we had before. Okay, so that's an easy but really crucial thing that you want to do for your website. Okay, so then just simply hit save changes. We've got one last thing that I think we'll do is if you go to posts, we're just going to remove the one that WordPress automatically installs called Hello World, and we're just going to put that to trash. Okay, so going back to dashboard now. Okay, so then we're going to go up to this area here, and we're going to go to visit site. So let's have a look at what our site looks like at the moment. Okay, so there you go. As you can see, it's not really very much. It's probably still exciting for you that you've got your website actually starting to get set up, but most of you are probably looking at that and thinking, that looks nothing like the website that I was shown at the beginning. Don't worry, we're going to go through and get it set up. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually go through now and install a theme and our page builder, which is going to allow us to start creating a much better looking website. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go back to our dashboard, and we're going to go to appearance, themes. Okay, so you're going to see that this shows you the theme that is currently installed, and what we're going to do though is going to go through and add a new one. We're going to add our own. So we're going to go to add new. So what you're going to do is you're going to type in here, you're going to type in Sydney. Now in my honest opinion, this is probably the single best free theme available. It's just amazing how much you can actually do with a free theme, especially once you're using the live page builder that I'm going to be showing you guys how to use. So what we're going to just simply do is we just hit install, and then we're going to hit activate, and then you're going to have it's saying that this theme recommends the following plugins: Elementor, and which is our live page builder, and Sydney Toolbox custom post, So we're just going to hit begin installing plugins. Okay, and then we're going to go tick both these and hit install and apply. Okay, so then if we go down to plugins, it'll take us to our plugins that we've just installed, and you're just going to simply hit activate of the Elementor. Awesome, and then you can hit activate for this one too. Fantastic. Okay, so now let's go back and have a look at our site, see what it looks like now. Awesome. So as you can see, we're really starting, it's looking a lot nicer now. So now what we're going to go through and do is actually start customizing out this website. Alright guys, so the first thing that I think we'll do with creating our website is, before we get on to using our page builder, let's go on and make up our menu here, because at the moment we don't actually have any menu items. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our dashboard, and we're going to go to pages, add new. Okay, so these are what we're going to create these pages, like I said, to be in our menu section at the top. Okay, so the first one I want you guys to create is a home page. Now, a lot of the time these days you don't actually have a link to the home page in the menu section, but you'll see in a moment why we actually create a page called home. So just create that for now, and we want to make sure that we make it front page. Okay, so you'll see soon why I do that. So we're going to make it front page and hit publish. So that one's done. Okay, then we want to add another page, and this one we want to call about, and same thing again, make sure that you make it front page and hit publish. Let's add another one, and we're going to call it blog. And then with this one, we're actually going to leave it as the default template. The blog, I think, looks better as the with the default template for this one at least. And we won't actually be using the Elementor page builder within the blog section. So we can just leave that as the default template. So we're just going to hit publish, and we're going to add one more, and we're going to call this one services. And make sure for this one we hit front page, because the reason we're making it front page is it helps us to be able to use this Elementor page builder. Can use the Elementor full width, but I find that the front page actually works better in terms of it turns out neater, but I'll show you guys that a little bit further down the track. But we're just going to hit publish. Okay, so that's all of our pages created. Now we're going to go to settings, and then we're going to go to reading, and then what I want you to do is go to this one here, and your home page displays as a static page, and now you see all these pages we've created. So this is why we created a home page, because we're going to tell our this setting here to have our home page as our home. So you could have any of these really as your home page, but we're going to use home. And then our post page, so that's when if you're creating a blog, you're going to have a blog on your website, you want to have that as blog. Easy as that. And we just simply hit save changes. Awesome. Okay. So now what I want us to do is we're going to go back to our website, and I want us to go to customize. Now this is where you can change a lot of the things from the back end of your website. It's not actually our page builder that we're going to be using, but it's used for other things that the page builder can't control, such as our header here and our menu. So the first thing, let's change that tagline. So we can make that, we can get rid of the subheading because we don't really need that, I don't think. And for now, we'll have 1 hour website, but I'll show you soon how we can upload our own logo. Okay, so now let's create our menu up here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back here, and we're going to go to a section called menus, nice and easy, and we're going to go create new menu. We're going to call this one, let's just call it top bar menu. Okay. And then you want to select primary menu. Okay, so it's what it's going to use, and then we're just going to simply hit next, and we're going to hit add items, and now you'll see that we've got all of these here that we made. So we're going to hit plus on about, we're going to hit plus on blog, and we're going to hit plus on services. And I just realized we forgot to create one page, but the amazing thing is that you can actually create them from within here. So we forgot to create a contact page, but you can simply just go contact and hit add. And there we go. So we've got our about, we've got our blog, we've got our services, and we've got our contact. Okay. So if we look now back at our website, if I just press this one here, there we go. We've got our about, we've got our services, we've got it all there. Okay, awesome. So the next thing I'm going to do, I don't really like this red hover over color. So I'll show you guys how you can easily change this to whatever color you'd like. So you go to general, and then primary color, and let's change it to a nice blue color, because that's the theme that I've been going with. We've gone with for this website, but you're welcome to change it to whatever you'd like. So now See, when we hover over, it's a nice blue color. Now, I don't know whether you agree with me or not, but I think they're a little bit small, these here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through and make them a little bigger. So we're going to go to fonts, and if you scroll down, you'll see menu items here. So we can just simply hit, they change very quick, so don't put too big of numbers. So just press that a few times. Let's see. We could even probably go a tiny bit bigger. See what 20's like. Yeah, I like that. Not sure why it's showing up in red again now, but yeah, that looks a lot better, I think. Let's just go back to colors. Header. Oh, here we go. Okay. So we want the menu items hover. We want to change that. So we don't want it to be red anymore. We want it to be blue. Okay. So you can choose whatever blue color you like. I like that blue. And nice. That looks really nice like that, I think. Okay. So you can go through and change the colors here to whatever you'd like. So now that we've got our menu up here. Awesome, that's great. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to change this actual menu header here, this menu up here. So what we're going to do is we're going to add in a tiny bit of custom CSS, some additional CSS here that's going to help us to be able to change this to be a background color of whatever we'd like. So what I want you guys to do is go through and download the folder that I've created for you guys that it's going to have all the templates that we're going to be soon using for this building our website with our page builder, but it's also got a section with some custom CSS that's really going to help us with this website. So what I want you to do is once you've downloaded that link, which is in the description of this video. Okay, so once you've clicked that link, you're going to be brought to this here. And so this is our folder. All I want you to do is simply hit download all. Okay, so once that is done, we're going to just simply open that file, and you're going to need, because it automatically zips it, you're going to need a program that opens up zip folders. So there's plenty of free ones out there. The one that I use is called WinZip. So simply just download that if you don't already have a program to open the zip folders, and yeah, it'll allow you to open it. So what we want to do is we're just going to take this folder here and we're going to extract it somewhere. So I'm just going to put it onto the desktop because that's going to be the easiest place for me to put it for you guys. So we're just going to say OK. We're going to see this one here, and we're going to have our one called custom CSS. So all I want you to do is open this up, and don't worry, all we need to do is copy and paste that, and if we go back to additional CSS, we simply here we paste it in, so Control V, or we paste it in, and okay, so as you can see, our menu has changed to that white there. We'll change we need to just change the display of the menu so we can actually see it. But as you can see, it's that nice white color. You'll notice I've got a few extra ones here. You guys don't really need to worry about what they mean, but basically just understand that they help when we're building our website for it to come together a bit better. But see here, we can actually, if you don't want to have it as white, you can essentially change it to whatever color you like, because what this means is red, green, blue. Okay, so if I put this down to, let's just give you an example, 100. Oh, we've got a nice pink there. So if we put it here, we can say 100. So we've got the blue, and maybe let's see what happens if we do 100, 100, 100, and it turns to a grey color. So you could put that down to 50. You could put it to 0. Really, you could have a little bit of a play around to create some colors for you. But I think we'll just go with the nice white. I think that looks the most professional. Okay, so once you've got all that put in there, we can just simply leave that. Now let's make sure that we can see these menu items here. Okay, so we're going to go back to colors, and we're going to go to header, and we're going to go to top level menu items. I'm going to change that from white, and we're going to make it them black, I think, like that. Okay, so easy as that. We can now see our header, our menus. Okay. So next, I'm going to show you guys how to add in a logo up here. So we might want to, just in case you guys don't have a logo, so I'll just show you how we can change the site title. We'll make that black so it shows up for us, okay? So if you're just going to have text up there, easy as that. So let's go back to our site title. So we just simply hit select, and you'd go to upload, select your file, and then it would come to your media library. So I've already got one ready, so I'm just going to simply hit that and hit choose image. Okay, so there we go. Now we've got our logo up in the corner there, which looks a lot more professional. Okay, so another very important thing to do is we've fixed up our menu so that it's actually displaying now over this white background we've put there. But if you click these little icons down here, what they do is they show you what it looks like on a tablet and what it looks like on a mobile. Now you'll notice that we can't see our menu items. That's because they're set to still be at the white color. So what we want to do is we want to go back to colors again, and we want to go to header, and we want to go down to where it says mobile menu button, okay? And we want to change that to black, okay? So if we look back now, once it updates, you'll see that our menu comes up black like that, okay? Okay, so that's done. So now when people visit your site on the mobile, they're going to be able to actually access your menu. Okay, so there's our menu done. Let's go back. I'm just going to show you one other little thing that is important for you guys. Just say you've got your menu here, and what happens if you don't like that order? What if happens if you want to have services before blog? Easy, or you can just simply drag it above it, and now live it will actually change it. So we can easily change them to whatever order you'd like to have in that way there. We're basically ready to now get on to the actual using our page builder, which you're going to find, you're going to just see just how easy it is. So before we can go into using this page builder and using the templates that I've created for you guys, we've just got one last thing that we need to do. So if you go back to our main area, we're going to go to header area, and then we're going to go to header type, and we're going to say that we actually don't want any header. So it's going to remove this one that already comes with the website theme. We're going to hit no header, because you'll see in a moment why we actually get rid of that, okay? So don't worry. And then we're going to get rid of no header either on pages, okay? Alright, so that's all of our, we've now got our site ready to start using our page builder. All we do now, make sure you hit publish so that it makes all those changes we've just done live, and you can then exit out of our customization. Okay, so I know our site's looking pretty bad. It's like taking a step back, but don't worry, it's just about to take a massive leap forward. Let's get on to using our page builder. We're just simply going to go to edit page. We're going to hit this one here. Now it's time to open up Elementor. Okay, so this is the Elementor page builder. We've got all these menu items here. What's even more amazing is that it has the ability to import entire templates. So as I told you at the beginning of this tutorial, I've done the hard work for you guys. You guys just get to have fun editing it. What we're going to do is we're going to actually click here. We're going to hit add template. Then we're going to go to this one here, import template. And we're going to go to select file. If we go to our folder that I gave you guys, we're going to go to page template. So let's go first with our homepage template. So we just simply, easy as this, we just hit import. Okay, so once it's done, we're just going to simply have our homepage template will be in, and we're just simply going to hit insert. And we say import document settings, yes. So basically it's going to do is download, so just simply hit yes. Awesome. Alright guys, so let's start from the very top. So this video here, you can actually have any video that you'd like to have in the background, or you can also have an image. I'm going to show you how we can do both. To change the video, we can simply hit up here, right click, and it'll come up with edit section. So we hit edit section, and if we go to style here, you see we've actually got here we can put in a YouTube video, because all that's actually doing at the moment is displaying a YouTube video. So you can simply select any video you like. So just so I'm going to give you an example. So I just typed in people walking footage, and just say I wanted to have that footage in the background. I just simply copy the link and I paste it in here, and it'll just wait a little moment and it'll load our video. So there we go. Now you'll notice it's stuffing up a little bit. That's because I've got the start time set on 26, but we want to change that to 0. So, and we can have the end time as 0 as well. So basically what that's doing is if you've got a section in the video that you'd like it to start from, you can simply specify that. Okay, so let's say you don't want to have a video in the background. Maybe you want to have an image in the background. Well, we simply go to this one called classic, and we can change it to an image. So I've already got one preset here, but let's just say we had an image, and maybe you had some images here and you wanted to have this one. We could just simply hit insert media, and now we've got that there, which looks, I think, just as good having a picture there. But I'm going to go with the video because I really like the video. So we simply just go back to there, and it's going to put our video back on. Now to change our text, we can change this to whatever we'd like. We simply just hit edit, and you'll see that it's got stand out written there. You can have whatever you like as the heading. Easy as that. So we can have that there, and you can change, just say you want that to be bigger or maybe smaller. Very easily done. We simply just go to style, and we go to this typography, and we can actually change the size to anything we like. So just say you wanted it really big, you could change it to that, or we could put it really small. It's just, and it updates all completely live. But I liked it what we had it at, so I'm going to put it back to 112. You can actually change the weight, so you could make it bold. So we can change that, but I like normal. You can play around with that for a bit though. Okay, sorry, what did we have it on? Default? Yeah, so awesome. Now you can actually, what's also incredible is you have all of these Google fonts, so you don't even have to go with the one I gave you guys. You can look through all these and find one that you like. Let's see what Pacifico looks like. Look at that. So we could have that, which I really don't think looks very nice, but That's how you can easily go through and change that to whatever font you'd like. We can change our text color though. If we go back, we exit out of this, and we can change the text color to anything we like. Okay, and so same thing again, we can change this. I won't step you through all of it because you probably understand that now, but you simply just hit edit and you can change the title here to whatever you like. And the same process again, you can go through and you can change the sizing and everything you'd like. And then we've got our button here, so we just hit that little icon of edit. Now our button, we can change the text to anything we like. So what you can also do is you can actually link this button to somewhere. You could really link this to anything. You can link it to a video, your services. Now, another thing we can do is we can actually change the colors here that are overlaying this video. So if we go back to click back up here, edit section, style, and then we scroll down to this thing called background overlay. We can just simply click this here. So you can change it, you can have it as red, and we could change perhaps this down here to, so you could have that there, which I think, to be honest, that actually looks quite good. Yeah, so you could just, it's up to you really, just have a bit of a play around until you find two colors that you like. So there's our header part done. Let's keep scrolling down. Let's start with this image here. So if you'd like to change this image to something different, we just simply hit the little edit button and you would select your image just as I've shown you previously before. Actually reduce the size of the image, or you could make the image really big. Honestly, it's up to you what you want to do with that. Okay, and then we can go through and we can change the text here. We just simply click on it, type in whatever we want, and that's easy as that. Same thing here. Our button here, I'll show you guys, we can actually change this button. So at the moment, I've got it set, it's actually no background color, but if you'd like, you can turn this one up and this one as well, and you can change the button to whatever color you'd like. And you can change the text color to white because that would stand out better. And we can go to our typography here and we can actually go to edit and we can change the size of our font. So we can make it a massive font, we can make it small. Honestly, it's really up to you guys what you want to do. So scrolling down, we've got now our services section. We can again change this to whatever you would want. Okay, so easy as that, you know how to do that now. But let's go to here. You can easily change that to whatever you like. So if you go to icon, you've got all of these icons to choose from. So you can even search. So just say maybe you had a YouTube channel, so you wanted to put YouTube there. So you could just simply hit that and it's going to change it to YouTube for you. Something really cool we can do is we can change this, so we can go to stacked. So what it will do, it will actually have a nice full color like that, or we can have it as default, which is nothing at all. But I like the circle around it, but honestly, you guys can change that to whatever you like. We can have the shape around it, we could have it as a square or a circle. I like the circle. The text here, just click it inside and type, click inside and type again. Now you notice it's got this little hover happens when I put my cursor over it. So if we actually go to style, you'll actually see that there's this thing here called hover, and if we go to hover animation, we can change it to whatever we want. So we could have shrink even when people look over it. We can even change the colors. So just say we wanted to change the color of our button. We wanted to make it this blue here, and maybe you wanted a secondary color. We wanted to have a color in here. We can change that to whatever we'd like. Okay, so that's how you can edit out this services area. So scrolling down, we've got our nice big quote section here. Now, okay, so just again, very easy to edit out. So we just simply click in there. Okay, so how do we change this image here to whatever you guys would like? Well, you just simply hit edit section, and then you go to style, and here's our picture here. So if we want to put in a different picture, just say you wanted to have this city here, we just simply hit insert media, and easy as that, we've got a new picture. Now you notice it's got that beautiful effect that almost looks like you're looking through a window. If you don't like that though, that's a fixed setting, the attachment. You can change it to scroll, so it'll just be a static image like that. Now we can change this as well. We can edit this out. So just say I hit edit column, right click, edit column, and you go to style. Now again, I'm not going to take you through it, but remember we can change these two colors, and you could change it to whatever colors you'd like to have here. Okay, so another really cool thing that we can do. So if you go to advanced, and we go to slide in from left. So that's what we've got at the moment, but you could have it as slide in from down. You could have it as slide in from the right. So that means when people scroll to this area, it's actually going to come in like that, which is just really effective. Okay, so scrolling down, we've now got our blog. So you'll notice that there's not actually any posts showing up in our blog at the moment. Well, that's because we don't actually have any posts created. So I'm going to show you guys how we can create a few posts. So I'm going to show you guys how to create one. So if we're just going to hit update to make sure that we update all of our changes. So if you want to click on this one, right click, open in new tab. Now if you go back to dashboard, we're going to go to posts, add new. This is how you create a blog post in WordPress. So let's just call it, you can put in whatever you want. You can give it some text, and we can have set an image here. So if we go to set featured image and we upload one, and now we're going to hit publish. Okay, so if we go have a look back at our website now, we've actually got a blog post there, which is awesome. So that's how you can easily go through and add in your blog posts, as easy as that. If we go to edit with Elementor, now we go back down. So I won't show you how to do that again because we've already done it. Okay, so going down, now we've got our portfolio section. So this is really easy to edit. So if we just click edit, and you'll see here we've got all these items here. So if we just click item 1, we can simply go through and upload our image. Okay, so you can go through and you can change the title, which is, see, it says NYC, you could have whatever title you want here. You could link this project, so you could link it to a video perhaps. You could link it to a post that you write. You could link it to a page. Completely up to you. And then this thing here called filter term, this is what's important. Just say you wanted to have, I've got an example. So if you just type in the word pictures, what it'll do, if it hasn't had any others put there yet, what it'll do, it'll actually automatically create a new tag. So if you obviously wanted to delete some of these, you just go through these items and remove where it said photography and put in your own. So scrolling down, we've now got our clients and sponsors section. So this is if you've got some clients that you'd like to showcase, or perhaps not clients, sponsors. Same thing. We can click here and we can edit the text. We click on this and we can actually upload a picture of our, a transparent picture of our sponsor. Now a lot of you probably won't have this, but I thought I'd just add it in for some of you out there who are looking for something really nice like this. Okay, so scrolling down, we're going to keep going Now we've got our contact us page, okay? So again, we can change all this very easily. We can put in our address here, we can put in our phone number and our email. Now we got this area here. If we click there, we just pop in an address and it will automatically change to that address for you, okay? And we can change the zoom and it'll automatically change that for us. Now, just say you wanted to have a bit different background. All you do is simply go to edit section and you go to style, and then you can just upload our own picture in here. So scrolling down, we've got now some social icon links. So I'll show you guys how we can change that. So again, we just hit edit. What you can do is you can, so just say we've got our Facebook here. What you would do is you'd put in your link to your Facebook page here, but you just go through and you link all of your social medias in the link section. Easy as that. And when people click them, they're going to go to your page, okay? Okay, well, there is our homepage, guys. I'll just show you a few extra little things that are going to be beneficial for you to know. So maybe you'd want to have the portfolio below your blog post here. Well, you can easily move that around we'd first move the heading. So we just scroll it up and we could put it here so where it lights up blue. And that's going to drag our portfolio up to the top there, okay? You can do that with any section you like. You can move it around, move everything around. So there's another incredible amount of customization you can have. Another thing, just say for whatever reason, maybe you don't want a portfolio on your website. A lot of people you might not want it for your business website or your personal website. That's easy fix. You can just simply hit delete section, and now it'll remove that section of the portfolio altogether for you. Alright guys, so that is our homepage section done. So making sure that we hit update now that we've done all that. Alright guys, so now let's move on to our about page. So we're going to just simply right click on about, open a new tab, and we're going to go edit page. And then we just make sure that front page is selected, and we're going to go edit with Elementor. Okay, so now for our about page, I've actually created for you guys two different versions. Okay, so I'll show you through the two of them. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go add template, import, select file, to about page business template, and once it's loaded we just hit insert. Yes. So you should know by now that you can just simply click this and you can edit the text. Same here, you can change this here. I'm going to show you guys just in case you wanted to change. Remember, we wanted to change the background. We go edit section and we go to style, and let's say you wanted to have a different picture, so you would just select it from the media library. You would just simply hit insert media, and easy as that, you can change the background. Again, you could potentially put a video in, remembering that you can change the colors, you can change the location, so you could actually change the intensity of the red, that is. Again, play around. Now scrolling down, we've got our social media icons, which I just think are really nice looking. Now I'll show you how to change one of these, and then you can go through and you'll be able to do the same for all. So again, you just could select your icon that you'd want here, and we can change the text. So you can go through and edit these to be whatever you'd like. If you think you only need 3, easy done. You can just simply delete it. And what will happen is if we delete that as well, it'll actually automatically change the sizing of these. What if happens if I want 5 though? Well, easy, just hit duplicate, and you've got 4 there. We hit duplicate again, and now you've got 5 there. Okay, so scrolling down, we've got this section here where we could have our story. Now what I just absolutely love is this big massive video section here. What you can actually do is you could display a video of perhaps for your business or your company. All you do is hit edit, and same process. So you could just simply paste in your YouTube video and it will play there. So I'll show you something. So this is actually an image overlay. So what's really cool, I'll delete it for now. So just say that's the placeholder. So you would have your video there, obviously, that you'd put in. But I don't think it looks as professional, of course, to have the YouTube play button like that. So that's why we add in an image overlay. So you would have whatever image you wanted to add in. So let's say maybe you wanted to have this one as your cover. And when you hit insert, what it will do, it will cover it. And now when people click, it starts to play the video. Okay, so scrolling down, we have this here, which you don't really have to change if you don't like, but you can again if you go edit section and you go to style, and you can actually change the background image to something different, and just say you wanted to have that. It would change the background image here to whatever you'd like it to be. So again, completely up to you, and you could change the colors of the background. I'm not going to show you again, but you can change them here. Okay, and then we've got this beautiful looking team section here. We can easily change the text there, so we just click on it, change it here and here. Just click on there and you can change it. Okay, and then we've got our social links down here. If you just click edit, and you've got each of them here, so if you just open one up, you just paste your link in, and that would link to your team members' Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn profile. If some of you are probably thinking, but what happens if I have more than 3 team leaders? Well, same thing again. You just simply hit duplicate, and it's going to automatically adjust the sizing. So you could keep doing that for as many as you need. Again, you could also, if you click edit section, if you don't like the blue, remember you might have gone with your own color scheme for your website, so you can just go to style, you can go to background overlay, and you can change the background. So you could have that. I think that actually looks really nice. So you can change that. You can change the picture in the background. If you go to style and you change it here, you select whatever you'd like to have. Okay, so that's how you can change that. Now scrolling down, we've just got this section again, and you just simply click on it and you add in your images, and it'll automatically scroll through them. And the same thing with this down here again, just link to all your social media platforms. Now I'll just quickly now show you if you're making this for a more personal website, the template that you could use. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is, if you've already installed this one and you're wanting to put in the new template, you're just going to have to go through and delete each of these. Okay, so same process. We just simply go to add template, then we go to import, select file, and this time we open personal template. Open that one up, and we're just going to install the personal one. Okay, so this is the template for a more personal website. So as you can see, you've got the text you can change here. You can put an image of yourself. You have a bit of writing about yourself. You can have these here again, and as we come down, we've got my story, a picture again of yourself, a little bit about yourself. You've got another text box here if you want to write even more, and then you've got the option to have a video of yourself down here if you'd like to have that. But if you don't have that, of course you could just simply hit X and remove that, or even just have a big image of yourself here, okay? And then you've got down the bottom here your social media, okay? So there's a lot you could do with this one as well. It's really completely up to you. Okay, so now that we've done our about section, let's go on to our services section. So we're going to click services and open in new tab. Edit page, always making sure that front page is selected, and then you're just going to hit edit with Elementor. So we're going to hit add template to import, select file, and we're going to go to services page template. Now, if this ever happens to you where it comes back to here, I want you to make sure, because it sometimes reverts back to default for whatever reason. So if that happens, make sure that you hit front page, and then the issue shouldn't happen again, okay? So once you've selected that, just simply hit update. Okay, so the first thing you can do is you can change this text here to whatever you'd like. We can change this image here in the background. So if we go to click over in this side here, so we get edit section, and we can change the image to anything we'd like. And then if we go to background overlay, again we can change the background overlay. We could turn it off altogether and have a picture like that. So you could perhaps have like I showed before, you could have the black over it, and you would turn the opacity down. It wouldn't need it that high. You could have it something like that. That also looks just as good. You can also, if you click this one here, I've put a spacer in. So just say you wanted to make this much bigger, a lot smaller. Really, it's up to you, okay? Coming down to here, we've got our actual services. So again, like we saw on the home page, you can go through and change each of these to whatever you'd like. If you need to have more than 3 services, easy, just hit duplicate. You could even, you've also got the option that if you click here, edit section, another idea that you could do is if you go to image, you could actually put an image in the background, hit insert, and what it'll do for you is it'll put it in the background there. Now, I'll show you something as well. So this here, I've actually set up for you guys that when people click learn more of web design, it'll instantly anchor to this part, okay? Okay, so there's also just here, you'll notice it's a testimonial section, and yes, got a few testimonials from Will Smith and Elon Musk here, but you can easily add your own and change them around. So I'll show you how you do that. So the beauty of this is that all you do is you select your image, and then you select one. So you preferably gonna want to pick one that's a square like this, because it automatically puts it into a circle, and ones like this can sometimes have a little bit of trouble. So you want to try and find one that is have an image that's a nice square, and then simply upload it. And when you do that, if I were to insert this one, it's gonna add the photo in automatically like that. And if you don't want an image, perhaps you don't have pictures of your testimonials, just hit delete, and it'll just display it as a text and the name. And this is here where you edit the text. So you just type in whatever you like, and it would change it for your testimonial. Okay, so scrolling down, we've got this here, and you would edit that. You could just click there, type in what you'd like. If you want to change the image, you just hit edit. So just say you wanted to add in another service, you just really hover over this area here, and then hit duplicate, and you'll have a second one there now, okay? And if you wanted to swap them around, you'd simply grab this here, which grabs a column, and wait until it highlights like that, shifts across, and let go. and there we go. So we can swap that around. So that's really easy. I've also got here these little buttons that you could essentially link to extra pages that you've created that go into consulting perhaps in more detail. And so if you didn't want it, you could just simply hit edit and then delete, and you don't have to have that there. Okay, and then we've just got down here a nice little quote. Again, this is completely optional. You can go through though and you can edit it. And then again, you've got this, your icons down here. But as you can see, it's a really nice looking services page that you can do a hell of a lot with. And so yeah, just play around with it and hopefully you come up with a beautiful looking services section. Okay guys, so that's our services page done. Now let's move on to our blog page. Now there's not a lot to do on this page, but I still think it's quite important. There's not really much we need to do with this. I think it's quite good the way it's all set up. But let's just clean up this this side area here. So I'll show you guys how we can do that. So if we go back to our dashboard, and then we go to appearance, widgets. Now this is the area. Now this is where we can control what's appearing in the sidebar. Okay. So at the moment we've got a search bar. I don't think that's needed. Recent comments, not needed. Archives, not needed. Categories, probably not needed. Meta. So I think just having the recent posts maybe is all we really need. If we go back to our site and we go to our blog, you'll see that it's looking a lot cleaner now. Alright guys, so our last page to do, and probably the most important of all, is our contact page. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through to we're going to click contact, and now we're going to go to edit page, and then we're going to go to edit with Elementor. So we're going to go to here, and then you're going to go to contact page template. You're going to insert that. So here is our contact page. Now you guys will have got used to this area here now. You can even turn off this gradient that I've got over the top. So if you go to background overlay, if we turn it off, you could have a full picture like that. But if you're going to do that, I'd always recommend doing an overlay of perhaps black and turning the opacity to a lot lower. So something like maybe like that maybe. So scrolling down, we then have our section here, which you can go through and change. Scrolling down, next thing is our map here. So we've encountered one of these before, but remember, you just click edit, you type in your address that you'd like to have. Now, we've got over in the left here, it's a blank box. The reason it's blank at the moment is because we don't actually have our plugin for the contact form installed. So I'm going to show you guys how to easily install and set up that. So make sure that you update whatever you've done so far. If we click here and go exit to dashboard, now let's go to plugins and hit add new. Then I want you to type in pirate forms. Now, so we're just going to go to install now, and then we're going to simply just hit activate. Okay, so you'll see something's popped up here now that says pirate forms. Just simply click on that. Just go to our options, and it will have already preset this one that is basically made up. I'm sure you never use this WordPress at onehourwebsite.com. So change it to whatever email you signed up with. So let's go with this one here. This is one I signed up with, which is onehourwebsitetutorial@gmail.com. Simply paste it in there. We can leave the rest of this and hit save changes. Okay, so now we've saved that. Let's go back to the contact page, and then we're going to click contact. We're going to go back into edit with Elementor, And all we have to do now is if we scroll down and we open this one here that says WordPress, you'll see something that says Pirate Forms. Okay, so we're going to scroll down and all we do is drag that into here. Easy as that. It'll open up and we can put a title in here. So you could have contact, and then you can put a little message in. You don't have to, but you can. So you could have, okay, you could have something like that, whatever you feel like having there. And there we go. And if people, once people fill this out, it'll simply send a message to our email that we set up in the settings. So easy as that. We've got a nice looking, simple contact form. And then down the bottom again, we've just got these. So there is our contact page all done. And that marks the end of all of our pages. So we're just going to simply hit update. Alright guys, so I'm just going to show you a few final little touches to put on our website to really make it your own. So if we click back onto our logo up here and we go open a new tab, and I want you guys to go to customize for me. So what we're going to set up now is our footer section of our website. So this is going to display at the bottom of all of our pages, which is this section. There's nothing there at the moment. So at the moment it's just displaying like that. But let's set up our footer. So if we go to footer and we select 2 or 3, let's go 3 for now, okay? And then we go to widgets. We go to footer. Okay, so if we go to add widget, we're just going to simply go to text, arbitrary text, put that in there, and you would type in something. Okay, so there's, as you can see, that's looking quite nice. If we go back, we can go to footer number 2. We can hit add widget, add another arbitrary text, and we're going to call this one contact. And again, we can put in our details. And then perhaps you could put in, if you'd like, you could put in one more footer, which could have perhaps your location. That's looking really nice and professional, I think. Okay, awesome. So that's our footer setup, which is very important on a website. So we've got one last nice little touch to add on, and then we are officially finished our website, guys. So we're going to go up to customize. Site title and tagline. So what we're going to be changing is, see this little tiny icon over here, which is currently the HostGator icon. We're going to change it so that we have our own logo there, which just adds a final nice little touch. So if we go to select image, and then I'm just going to go with one that I already have and insert that, but you select yours and then insert that. Just try and ensure that it's around 512 by 512 pixels. Look at that, there we go. So just that nice final little touch on our website. So all we do now is just simply hit publish, exit out. Alright guys, so we are so close to wrapping up here. I've just got one last little piece of advice for you guys. If we go back to edit with Elementor, and we go down to the bottom and we go to add another template, if you have a look on the pages library, you'll find that Elementor actually has pages already made up as well that you can implement into your site. Now, a lot of these are pro, meaning that you have to have the paid version, but there is plenty of really nice looking free ones that you could potentially mix and match. You could delete sections. All you would do is just insert the page, and just like that, you would have that entire page implemented. So, and it's quite an impressive page that you get for free. So if you were showing off something like a piece of technology or an app or anything like this, this would be a perfect thing to use. And what you could also do is, if there's certain areas that you like, perhaps you just want this area, you would just simply go through and you could remove this section here, and you could remove all the rest and just leave this one in here. And that's how you could implement even more things into your site. There's also one other section called blocks, where essentially these are pre-made little blocks, little areas. So they're little sections that you can add in and then go through and customize them. If you look in the folder I gave you, there's also a section called section templates. Now, these are a lot of the different sections that we've used throughout the theme that I created for you guys, the template that I created for you guys. I've broken them down into sections so you can easily implement each of them into separate areas on your website. Well, there you have it, guys. This is where I leave you. I really hope that you've enjoyed this tutorial and it's been able to help you to create an awesome looking website. If you've enjoyed this tutorial, then please be sure to give this video a thumbs up and to share it with others. Now, if you're looking to learn more, I've actually got an entire in-depth ultimate guide to making a website. Now, you guys, of course, have already done the first process of building your website, but if you come to here, which I'll have this linked in the description, and you go to optimize, you'll find that I've actually got an entire section on how to further optimize and grow your website. I go into things like recommended plugins that are going to really improve the functionality of your website. I go into how to create your own personal and professional email. I go into SEO, basic SEO. I show you how to set up SEO. I also give you a list of helpful resources for learning more about SEO. So there's so much value here, and I'm again giving it all away for free. So I've got a link for this ultimate guide in the description, and I'd highly recommend you guys check it out if you're looking to learn even more. I even have a complete free PDF version of the entire guide, so you guys can look over it offline and at any time. Alright guys, well that's officially it from me. Thanks again for watching this tutorial, and I honestly wish you the very best with your brand new website. So thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.